in her Twitter
They
account.
lie for a living.
Okay, Vice President Harris put stuff out about Trump that are absolutely completely false. Like, so for example, he's going to sign a federal abortion ban. Okay, Trump's not going to sign a federal abortion ban. He's in bold letters, capital letters. He said it publicly. He's posted it. Otherwise, I can give you multiple examples. Just take a look at her Twitter feed, her X feed. It's a series of lies about President Trump.
Welcome to the channel. If you appreciate political commentary on, news, debates, topics, please subscribe to the channel. I try to release a video twice a week. And without further ado, I want to kind of get into this topic of Rogan, right? And it's going to be a lot of things, as you saw from the intro. Donald Trump essentially is making his closing statements right now. I think from the time I'm recording this video is 8 days to the election, to the end of the election. And I kind of wanted to talk about this thing from his Joe Rogan interview. I didn't see much people reacting to it, honestly. But, I just wanted to give the quotes. The rebels are Republicans now. You want to be punk rock? You want to buck the system? You're conservative now. The liberals are now pro-silencing criticism. They're pro-censorship, or how they like to call censorship. They like to call it content moderation. They talk about regulating free speech. It's bananas to watch. Trump. They come after their political opponents. They did something that they only did in third world countries. They came after their political opponents. I could have put crooked Hillary in jail. Not only that, but when they are weaponizing it by saying that what you're going to do when you get into office while ignoring what they are doing right now, it's crazy. And that's essentially the best way to wrap up my point. In this next clip that I'm about to show you, it's going to be, what's his name? I don't know, Howard something. I always forget his name. But in my opinion, he is Donald Trump's best hire. He highlights every day that, hey, look, Kamala Harris, if you go on anything on her tweets, this is my biggest pitch for someone who is considering voting for Kamala Harris. I'm like, yo, she's a liar. They like to call Trump a liar, but they're the real liars here. Go on her Twitter page and try to research every claim that she make about Donald Trump, and you'll find that it's false. And as you saw from the intro, I gave a hint of that. But here's someone from Trump's transition team who highlights exactly the points being made and how even the endorsements that Kamala Harris is getting is not even good for her, for most Americans. And he also kind of highlights why men are voting for Donald Trump. Let's take a look.
It's unbelievable that she gets on television, calls him a fascist. He already was the president. We had, before COVID, we had 3% growth, 3% wage growth and GDP growth, inflation below 2%. Right. He wasn't a fascist. He hired the wrong people. We agree. And now he has disgruntled former employees, right? All these people got fired. Who got fired in the Biden administration? You want to have a fun thought? When we pulled out of Afghanistan, was it really stupid and a mistake? Like, we left $80 billion worth of stuff behind. Was it a mistake? It wasn't. If you think about it, if I get you to quickly move out of your house and leave everything behind, when you get to your new house, what's the first thing you have to buy? A whole bunch of new furniture. So if I leave $80 billion worth of equipment behind, what's the first thing the military-industrial complex is going to do? Buy more stuff. So who hates Donald Trump, who hates war? Dick Cheney. Of course, Dick Cheney. What's Dick Cheney's legacy? Let's go take out Iraq, which Donald Trump says is the dumbest thing that's ever happened in recent military exercise. Why? Iraq and Iran, they kill each other for what? Thousands of years? We take out Iraq and we free Iran to try to take on the West.
So as you saw from the clip, he highlighted lies after lie after lie from Kamala Harris. And the fact that Dick Cheney, who is known as a known warmonger, men ain't interested in this, right? And you got Michelle Obama. She's making the campaign stump. She's talking about how men have to do better by us. What about the women? Like, make it make sense. Women want equality, right? I'm speaking to liberal women specifically, right? They want equality, but they don't want to even they don't even hold themselves to the standard that they hold men to. Men have to do right by women, but what women have to do? Absolutely nothing. Last time I checked, the Bible said not to worship idols. So what? We're supposed to worship women? Is that the party of the Democratic Party? Oh, you just have to worship women? No. Equality is about holding someone accountable, having the ability to criticize what someone does. And if you look at statistics, Single women have a bad habit of electing people that get us into wars. If you look at the history of elections, if you see the people who got us into wars, women overwhelmingly voted for them. And overwhelmingly, most of them are Democrats. Most of them. So I'm sitting there saying it to myself, like, hey, if I don't want my young sons, or not even young sons, but myself, because I'm pretty young for my age. I'm like 28 years old. I think I still qualify for the draft if I'm thinking it correctly. I'm seeing this as, no, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to do what's right by my family. And what's right by my family is not to elect somebody that has no incentive to actually make the war close efficiently. Because, as the guy pointed out in the last clip, you botched the withdrawal from Afghanistan, which could immediately have been a signal to all the other countries that, oh, USA is incompetent. We could take advantage of this. Who knows what kind of ramifications that decision, that event caused in our history. And as a man, I'm like, no. You ain't gonna cry bully your way out of this, single liberal women. Y'all can't cry bully your way out of this. You can't sexism your way out of this. You can't racism your way out of this. You can't misogynistic misogyny your way out of this. You know, it's not going to happen. Because on things that people care about, hey, look at his policies. Hey, look at his record. He's better on the economy than you. Inflation's going down. We're up 25% compared to compared to Trump. What inflation are you talking about? You talking about the rate of inflation? Yeah, you don't gain as much weight as you used to, but you're still over 200 pounds. You're still 20 pounds heavier than you used to be. I'm no. Like all these little things that they try to give you without context is really shining a light on how pathetic the Democratic Party has become. Like, is that all you got? Name calling, dismissiveness, right? You minimizing the concerns of men, but then you expect men in the same breath to do right by you when you can't even do right by us. Treat people how you want to be treated. So if you treat men like second-class citizens, if you treat men like they exist to make your life better and they should not expect anything in return, why the hell you expect us to treat, like, why in your feminist mind you don't think men will treat you the same way? Make it make sense. But this is the reality of our current political discussions now. We got Democrats going on in on the women message. They think women will help save this country in their purview. But Donald Trump brings a comedian on, and you're saying this is a Nazi rally? Like this is going to really backfire on Kamala Harris, right? Especially on the left, because I already hear them raging right now over this. But let's take a little look on the supposedly racist comments being made at this Nazi rally that the left, and this is the problem with the left. They'll make all these exaggerations, and then when you go in there expecting, the exaggerations that meet reality, you find out that, oh, these people on the left, they're just really sensitive, and they really have no argument to the point that they're making up stuff. They want me to see something in a certain light, and it's not working no more. The left has no clothes now. That's how I see it. Let's take a look at some clips from the rally, and then I give my wrap-up thoughts.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that Travis Kelce might be the next O.J. Simpson. Feels good in here. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party. Oh, okay. Hillary Clinton said that this is a Nazi rally here today. Can you believe that? For the most anti-war president of my entire lifetime, and she calls him Hitler. Let me remind you, Hillary, it was your husband who shot innocent people, or as he called them, interns. Yeah, Hillary, I bet you did not see that one coming. By the way, if I commit suicide in 3 weeks, I didn't.
Yeah, that was actually funny. That was funny.
I mean, it's just obvious to me who the right candidate is. There's a guy out here dodging bullets. It is unbelievable, right?
And Kamala's dodging questions. That's my own little joke there. It's so crazy how they compared Donald Trump's thing to a Nazi rally, to the point I think a 94-year-old Holocaust survivor came out and said, "Hey, this is ridiculous. Trump is nowhere near Hitler. It's insulting to the Jewish community that the Democrats keep making these comparisons with Trump." And I always talk about this on my channel, that the left has destroyed the impact of words because they keep overusing it. Sexism, no one reacts to being called a sexist anymore, right? Many men equate being called a sexist means, oh, a woman just can't debate you, can't articulate herself properly, so she goes in to try to call you something to shout you down from not making a good point. It's just a means of protecting their ego now, right? It's just, oh, you disagreed with a woman, they call you a sexist. Okay. Oh, you disagree with a black person, they'll call you racist, right? You disagree with a leftist, they call you a Nazi. The left, you have destroyed the meaning of words. You destroyed the impact of these words. These words, if you were called this, it used to be a serious thing. Now people just chalk it up to, oh, you must have disagreed with some leftist that happened to be a woman, that happened to be black. And that's the reality of words being used from the left. No one takes what the left say seriously anymore. At least that is my hope. So I'm just going down the line of all the speakers that happen to be there. And, you know, you're going to see different shades of color, right? We like diversity over here, right? But the funny part about the left is that they always talk about, oh, we need more diversity, until it comes to the Republican Party. When the Republican Party gets more diverse, all of a sudden, oh, no, these minorities are voting against their best interest. Huh? Are you for diversity or are you not? If a party was like 90% white, you would have said, if an institution was 90% white, you would say they need more diversity. Then the party gets more diverse. Now you have a problem with the diversity. Pick your struggle, Democrats. Pick your struggle. If you want diversity, eventually your opposition will have diversity too. Correct? And this is my problem with the left. Y'all talk out of both sides of your A. And this is why I always feel like Democrats and people on the left, it always seems like they're trying to trick you into getting a certain position. So let's see what Vivek has to say.
Our message to Black Americans tonight is this. We want you, what we want for every American. Safe neighborhoods, good jobs, clean streets. A country where you are judged based on the content of your character, not the color of your skin or your political beliefs. That's the America we know.
You see why Vivek was my first choice? I'll continue.
Our message to gay Americans tonight is this. You're free to marry who you want, if you want, without the government standing in your way. But that doesn't mean that boys get to compete with girls in girls' sports, or you do genital mutilation and chemical castration on our children.
And to highlight his point even further, there was a study that the government spent, I think, $10 million to do on gender reassignment surgery and the effects of it, and they do not want to release the study. What does that hint? What hints that to you? That we were right about gender reassignment surgery. It doesn't help the trans individual to sit there and lean into their delusion. You want to get, the solution is to understand reality, not to live in fairy tales and pretend that you could be a man. Like that trans guy that was debating Ben Shapiro in the Jubilee debate, sitting there like trying too hard. Like, yo, it's like that you act just like a woman pretending to be a man. Like, you think that's what men do? Like, I swear, bro. These trans people prove every day that they're fake. Every day they fake. Trans man just mean fake man. Trans woman just mean fake woman. Because if trans women were women, why does the government still require trans women to sign up for the draft where other women don't have to do that? That's a question you need to ask Joe Biden and them. Look it up. Trans individual who happen to watch this channel, or people who are curious about my assertions. This is true. The government don't believe that you are actually a woman. but you want to sit there and force society to play along with your delusion. And playing along with your delusion is not helping you. It's actually hurting you way worse than if you just did the same amount of work to accept the reality of your actual gender. You're actually a man. You're actually a woman. And you can be nothing else. But I digress.
Our message to every legal immigrant in this country is this. You're like my parents. But our message to every illegal immigrant, if you came legally, you get the same American dream that everybody else does. Work hard, get ahead, make contributions to this country, love the nation, and that's our message to legal immigrants. But our message to every illegal immigrant is also this. We will return you to your country of origin. Not because you're all bad people, but because you broke the law. And the United States of America is founded on the rule of law. Our message to my generation, the millennials, is this. You were sold a false bill of goods. You were told you become a gender studies major in California. Somehow that gets you a head start on the American dream when it hasn't worked out that way. Dead on your shoulders. The Iraq and Afghanistan wars. Yes, it's true you were lied to. But we can't just be cynical about our country because this is still the last best hope that we have in the free world. And our message to Gen Z is this. You're going to be the generation that saves the country. You want to be a rebel? 18 years old, stand up on your college campus and call yourself a conservative. Be proud of it. Say you want to get married, have kids, raise a family, and have a good job. That's how we win in America.
That was a good speech, bro. I don't even know how I'm gonna end the video, right? Because they had so many good speakers there. No, Vance, Dana White was there. No, we had our favorite guy, Elon Musk. He was there, right? Musk asked how much. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me play the clip for you guys instead of me paraphrasing here, because I wanted to show Trump's closing statements for the end of the video, but let's put Elon in here.
All right, I've only got one question for you, and then I'm getting out of here because this is your stage. But we set up Doge.
Yes.
How much do you think we can rip out of this wasted $6.5 trillion Harris-Biden budget?
Well, I think we can do at least $2 trillion.
Yeah!
Cutting $2 trillion out of the budget. Hey, that'll really make it more efficient, right? And this is the kind of people that Donald Trump is surrounding himself with, right? Because everyone's like, oh, you don't vote for just a candidate, you vote for the team. Well, if you tell me that Donald Trump got Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, the guy you just saw in the clips, JD Vance, I mean, it should be settled, correct? It should be settled. We'll see it during election time.
We got to get the senators elected because we can take the Senate pretty easily. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over. We got to get...
That was it. I mean, I could have found more clips, but part of me is like, nah. I don't see how Kamala Harris wins this, man. I honestly don't see. Because the media's freaking out. You see Washington Post, like, look at the amount of people that came to the rally. He sold out Madison Square Garden and didn't have to lie about it. They didn't have to lie about a free Beyonce concert in order to do it. Look at this. It's just him by himself. All political people, no Hollywood, no celebrity, no flash. In Madison Square Garden. You wonder why they call it a Nazi rally. Because that's their way of slandering something. That's their way of trying to get you not to look at what Donald Trump is putting out. This is crazy, bro. All right? Here's people who personally went. I went to the rally to see for myself. The lines was outside full of Jews as well as other demographics chatting to each other like old friends. Inside there was a large Israeli flag prominently displayed by several groups of attendees. Several speakers proudly declared their Trump's support for Israel. The pro-Trump Israel lines got some of the biggest positive reactions of the night. The idea that this is a Nazi rally is a disgusting line which disrespects the memories of the victims of actual Nazis. And this is from a leftist, I'm assuming. This is a Nazi rally. They're Nazis. Good God. This should mean something. fear mongering, right? And they're talking, and the Democrats are so hypocrites. They talk about, oh, we're the party of joy. He's the party of hate. He wants you to vote on fear. We want you to vote on hope. They'll play all this little sanctimonious crap in front of you. But look what they're doing. Look at their actions. Don't pay attention to their words. Pay attention to their deeds. Every wise person. That's a bit of wisdom that we've been taught throughout our culture. Suddenly this week, the left decided that holding a political rally in Madison Square Garden was Nazi behavior because some pro-Nazi people had a rally at MSG almost 90 years ago. Never mind that Bill Clinton DNC was held at Madison Square Garden in 1992. Never mind that LBJ closed his 1964 campaign by speaking to a crowd of 18,000 at Madison Square Garden, and he was actually at the same one the Nazi used. Unlike Trump, the current MSG is currently in a different arena in a different location. Never mind that JFK and FDR both spoke at the same arena. Nope, these speeches were fine because they were Democrats. Now they're rewriting rules so that big rallies in big cities is Nazi behavior. The left calling themselves the adults in the room, but they're the exact opposite. They're the collection of hypocrites, mentally unstable children that cannot be allowed to hold power. And damn it, I have to like that quote. And that's the reality of the race. If you have an individual that's like, oh, I don't see why people vote for Trump, why people have such a problem with Democrats, send them this video, share them this video, and I hope it helps. But for that's all I had to say. I think Donald Trump closed out the week pretty well. I think he gave himself a great chance to win this election, and probably I'll put out a prediction video sometime in the week to let you guys know where I kind of see the election going. But without further ado, I'll end the video off here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.